Hello, Bill. Welcome to another episode of Confident AF Live. Today, we're going to talk about all or nothing inside of your business. Excuse me, I am in the middle of getting over a cold, but we're going to do this thing anyway because I love what I do, and I want you all to hear some encouragement today. So, today is really about, I was talking to a coaching client or a group call. I can't really remember what it was. But it was this philosophy of, in business, you're taking swings every single day. You are stepping up to the plate, like in baseball, and you're taking swings at a ball with the bat every single day. And I was thinking about, number one, why confidence matters in this regard. The first reason why confidence matters is because, like, if you're not even confident to go up and hold the bat and take a swing, you're never going to hit the ball, period, right? So I think there's that first level of confidence, which is to start your business, to start showing up, start marketing, start becoming the expert, developing your expertise, all those pieces, which is just showing up to play, showing up with the bat, right? But then there's this other level, which is, are you actually swinging? And if you are swinging hard, or are you half-assing your swing? Because what I realize is, if you're not swinging but you're showing up, you're never going to hit a home run. You're never going to hit a grand slam. You're never going to get the life and the impact that you really want to have inside of your business. And then I realized that even if you are swinging, if you're halfway swinging, you're not swinging for the fences, so to speak, you're just never going to hit as many home runs as you could. And it really got me thinking about Babe Ruth, because, Babe Ruth was one of the greatest baseball players of all time. And yeah, he did have quite a few strikeouts, right? But he had so many home runs because he always swung for the fences. He always swung his hardest. And I wonder how often our timidity in our business, our lackluster swings, result in lackluster results. And so today, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, encourage you all, is to have this all or nothing approach. Don't do anything unless you're really going to do it to the very best of your ability that you possibly can do. Otherwise, why spend the time? Why spend the energy? Why spend the money? Why spend the investment if you're not going to do it to the best of your ability? And I think there's several different pieces where people inside of their business, because of lack of mindset, lack of confidence, they don't swing full-heartedly. I see this most importantly on social media. A lot of business owners either don't know how to articulate how they help and serve people, or if they do know what they do and why it matters, they have swing because they're not afraid to disrupt or ruffle a few feathers, to polarize their audience. They're afraid to really own their expertise, to toot their own horn. They're afraid to show their face or show their body or whatever it is. And what's remarkable about this is that when you do the mindset work and the confidence work to be free to actually show up and swing for the fences on social media, that's when you're not DMing people. That's when people are DMing you, because they are magnetized to you and how you show up and how you operate and how you react in your business. The other way that I see people not swinging for the fences is in terms of their learning and their implementation, because the most avid readers and learners typically grow faster and quicker than everybody else, as long as they're implementing. And what I see a lot of people do is they take way too long to implement and try new things inside of their business. And so they miss curves, they miss opportunities, and you can't improve something inside of your business until you have something to improve. And so what they just do is, like, they don't ever like go full force in terms of what the new technology is, the new algorithms, the latest trends. And it's not about having to do everything that everybody else is doing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that if you are not investing in your own learning and development, you're never going to see all those incredible opportunities and the gold that could be dug up that's been there all along, but you don't even know it's there because you're not actually implementing and learning inside of your business. The other piece I would say where people aren't swinging for the fences is they are so afraid of the strikeout, so they don't even want to swing. And they're afraid of, I've seen people who are afraid to invest in themselves and afraid to invest in coaching, afraid to spend the money. And fear is never reason to not do anything inside of your business. The only way that you can overcome a fear is by having the courage to face it and prove that it's a liar. And so there's been so many times where I've been scared to do things in my business, but every single time I've done it, I've reaped a miracle in my business because I faced that fear. And I wonder how many of you who are listening are remaining timid and either halfway swing or not swing at all in terms of hiring a coach or hiring a business person to actually help you in your business to fine tune your blind spots, to help you overcome some really major pieces inside of your business so you can be way more successful than where you are right now. The other piece where I see a lot of people not going all the way in is not going all the way in with a big vision. I was listening to a collection of teachings by Dr. John Demartini, and the teachings were based on basically wealth. And one of the interesting pieces that he talked about was that the bigger the vision, the bigger the impact and the more money you can make. Because when you change your vision, you're changing who you serve. So it automatically requires you to do more, to be more, to hold more space. And so it was like if you wanted to impact your family, your vision had to be as big as like your city. And if you wanted to impact your city, your vision had to be as big as your state. And if you wanted to impact your state, your vision had to be as big as the country. It was like everything was like one step removed. And I always tell people that they don't even realize that they have limited and small-minded thinking inside of their business. Because if you ask, okay, how can I have 5 leads a week inside of my business, you will never get the answer of how can I have 25 leads in my business, because you don't even believe in the possibility. Otherwise, you would have asked, how can I have 25 leads to begin with? And so just asking the questions inside of your business, what would it look like? How could I have X number of team members, X number of sales, X number of leads? You start asking those questions, and that's going to give you a very different viewpoint and lens of the practical steps and action you need to take. So the bigger the vision, the bigger the questions, the bigger and the better the answers that lead to those practical pieces. And that's all mindset, right? That all starts with mindset. So I really think that too often as business owners, we are afraid of failing or looking silly or being embarrassed or not going perfectly. And the truth is that if you would just be okay with being where you're at and swinging as hard as you can, you will eventually hit home run, but you're never going to be able to hit home runs if you're not swinging or if you're half-assing those swings inside of your business. And then the last one, not the last one, there's 2 more. The other piece that I see a lot of people not going full force with is the mindset piece. And I know if you've been listening to me for a while, I probably sound like a broken record, But to be honest, everything that I do and I don't do inside of my business is all a reflection of my mindset and how I'm thinking about things. If it's something in my business, and I see this with my coaching clients, I see this in my group coaching classes, I see this with basically every human being that walks the planet of the earth, which is everything that we do and we don't do is a reflection of our values and how and our thinking and how we think and where our heart is pulling us. That kind of determines the value factor. John Dr. Martini has a great book on that too, called The Values Factor, but it's all related to mindset, all of it. And so I believe that the biggest breakthroughs you can have inside of your business is always going to be about changing your mindset. When you change your mindset, you can change what you do, you change what you believe, you change your possibilities, you feel free to swing for the fences every single time in all those areas I just talked about. And the most important mindset muscle of everything is your confidence. And that confidence is believing and knowing, having faith, and two things: your capabilities and abilities, what you know you can do, and what you believe you can learn to do. It's two different pieces, right? One is that acquired skill set and knowledge you already know you've been able to do. The other one is what you believe you can learn how to do and figure out. And then the other piece of confidence is your trust and faith in God, trust and faith in divine, that God has your back, that you're loved and adored, you're fully supported, you're free to go and try new things. And if you make a mistake, if you mess it up, if you screw it up or whatever, and you're not going to get it perfectly, it's not a big deal because you're so loved, you're so adored, that the way out will always be shown. So I just want all of you to quite simply take a step back today and ask, where am I not swinging in my business? Where am I halfway swinging in my business? And where can I swing harder in my business? Because you will never hit a home run in your business if you're not picking up the bat and if you're not swinging hard every single day, all the time. I love you all so much. Next week, we're going to talk about not waiting on God and not waiting on people. It's going to be really, really juicy.